But in the final hours, Congress voting to keep the government running and avoiding a damaging shutdown. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Michael Gore-Segner. The vote barely making it before the end of the day, and not without some intense fighting and drama. Sinclair's chief political correspondent Scott Thuman explains and breaks down the late-breaking details.
Well, with no time to spare, Congress passing that short-term spending bill to avoid a government shutdown that would have paralyzed a large portion of the country's daily business. The key, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy changing course and bringing a bill to the floor despite massive protest from within his own party and threats from the far-right faction to try and oust him from his speakership.
If somebody wants to make a motion against me, bring it. There has to be an adult in the room. I am going to govern what is best for this country.
With 90 Republicans voting no, he had to rely on 200 Democrats to get the bill across the finish line.
Speaker McCarthy cannot use Democrat votes to advance the spending priorities of Joe Biden and expect that he's going to remain the Republican speaker.
It was clear to us that this spending bill was a complete and total victory for the American people and a total defeat for the extreme MAGA Republicans.
Adding to the chaos of the day, House Democrat Jamal Bowman was seen pulling a fire alarm and forcing evacuations from a House office building as Democrats were looking for more time to read the bill. Bowman's office says he was just confused about how to open the door, some Republicans demanding his expulsion. The new bill is a clean extension of the current funding levels, including needed resources for disaster relief, but it does not include more support for Ukraine, a sticking point throughout this fight. The Senate, hours later, passing the bill too and sending it to President Biden. All the bill really does now is kick the can down the road for another 45 days, which will allow for negotiations to continue on a longer-term spending bill. And if some hard-right Republicans get their way, Speaker McCarthy won't have the gavel next time. In Washington, I'm Scott Thuman.